So what if you go on an island with your two friends after 20 years, where you have lived your childhood, and have a time capsule with you? But then suddenly some very bad things start happening to you. Well, this story is also something like that. Lara, Susie, and Gina are childhood friends, but they got separated a few years ago, due to their careers. But today Lara has reunited them again. But there is nothing special between Susie and Gina. They talk very little to each other because Susie said that Gina dated her boyfriend 7 years ago, while they were in a relationship. There's a lot of debate about this. Even Susie starts going. But she stops after Lara's celebration, and then the three of them finally go to the shore of that island by a boat. The name of that island was Black Rock, and it was very beautiful to see. But it was also very dangerous. Now you will know why I am saying this in a while. After a while, the three of them reach there and take off all their belongings and sit aside, and start enjoying the view. And in the talks, Lara remembers about the time capsule, which makes everyone excited. But no one remembers where she sang it. But then Lara tells them that, you remember, I made a map in my childhood to reach that capsule. She immediately takes out that map. Then they start moving forward with the compass. But here too, there is a debate between Gina and Susie again. And this time the debate gets very intense. Susie says something very bad to her. She even says that she broke her friendship, not me. Now Lara was very upset about all this. She explains a lot to both of them, but it doesn't work. So she goes away from the tent and sits. So Lara goes to her and tells her that you should apologize to her. So she says, why should I apologize? Her boyfriend was cheating on her anyway. But later she goes to him and sits down and tries to talk to him. But then suddenly Susie gets very scared. Description below. Actually, she saw 3 boys, one of whom is known as Gina, because he was her neighbor whose name is John. And she had 2 other friends with her, Johnny and Maxie. John tells about them that they are actually formal Marines. And you two don't have to be afraid of them. After that, everyone gets chill because they all got mixed up. John and those girls have dinner with them. Now they go camping at night, but Susie was very drunk in it. So that boy starts flirting with Susie and she doesn't know what she's actually doing. Both of her friends explain to her a lot. Even Gina takes her aside and forbids her from doing this. But she comes back and starts doing the same thing again. After that, they both go to the jungle and now Susie was doing it of her own accord. She was kissing him, so her friends don't say anything to her. But when Susie starts getting drunk, she realizes that she is doing it wrong. So she tells John to move aside, but he doesn't listen and attacks her head with a stone, which makes her scream and everyone starts running towards her. But they go there and they go crazy. They find out that John is dead. Seeing this, her friends get very angry at those girls. One of them goes ahead to kill her, but John tells him not to do that. But he doesn't listen and brutally beats those girls. The next day when she wakes up, she finds herself tied with a rope. There were a lot of bruises on her face. Maxie tells his friend that we should kill them here, because they killed our friend. But Johnny refuses to do this because whatever happened at night was just a joke. Susie didn't do it on purpose. And if we kill them, we will have a lot of trouble. But Maxie was so angry at his friend that he takes a gun to her. And he's about to shoot her. That's when Susie says that you can only kill 3 girls tied like this. You are a coward. You have no courage. If you have the guts, open it and show us. Now Maxie's ego hurts and he opens it. And taking advantage of this, she throws mud in his eyes. And she runs away from there. But not together, but in different directions, which will be difficult to catch them. But this island is very big. If she gets lost, it is very difficult to find her. But then we see that Susie has the same map with which she was going to the time capsule. Now she sees him and reaches the same place. And there she gets a shelter. After a while, her 2 friends also come there. The 3 are very happy to see each other. But now they have to get out of here as soon as possible. If they stay here for a long time, they will be killed by those boys. Or by the animals present here. Lara tells them that we have to spend the day here. But as soon as it gets dark, we will take our boat and leave. Now everyone likes this idea. So everyone starts waiting for the night. When it gets dark, they come to the 3 shores and start looking for their boat. But then they find out that they have cut the rope of the boat, because of which the boat has gone very far. Now knowing this, they get very sad. But then Susie says that why don't we swim there and get out of our boat? But Lara doesn't like this idea, so she refuses. And her 2 friends think this idea is right, so they start moving forward. They have to move forward in a circle, otherwise the boys will kill them. But when both move forward, Lara starts following them to stop them. And by mistake, she stands up. Now because of which the boys see her, and then what was it, friends? They shoot her without thinking, because of which she dies there. But now if her friends go to save her, they will also be killed. So Gina tells Susie to go to the boat immediately. But maybe this idea of hers was very useless, because that boat was really very far. Lara was right. Meanwhile, the boys see them too. And they also start shooting, but they somehow start going towards the water. Now it is so cold from the top, and the water is even colder from the top. If they stay inside for a long time, they will die of cold. So they will have to either get out or go to the boat as soon as possible. Then Johnny's scream is heard and he actually fell from a height, because of which one of his legs breaks. And now they get the right opportunity to run away from there. Instead of going to the boat, they decide to go to the other side, because the boat was really far. Now they both come back to the island and take off all their wet clothes, so that she does not get sick. But Susie was missing Laura a lot here, because she was closest to her. But today she is not among them. But Gina encourages her and says that we have to get out of here as soon as possible. But Susie said that they are a formal Marine and we will not be able to fight them. But Gina tells her that we can fight anyone, just be brave. They were both very angry, and if they get any weapons, they will blow both the boys. After that, she goes to see the map. Maybe she will find a way. But she does not get anything. But the time capsule was a little far from them, so they both go to her first and take her out of the ground. Now they had dug this about 25 years ago, and at that time they would not know that after years they would get stuck on this island. So they do not get anything in that capsule, but they do get a small knife, with which they put in front of a stick so that they can fight for a while. Now after that they talk to each other all night and forget all the mistakes they had made in their past. And now Susie had forgiven Gina too. Both forget everything and decide to either run away from here or take revenge on their friend, in which they do not lose their lives. After a while, the sun goes down and they decide that they will take revenge on their friend's death. And that's why she goes to the side where she finds Johnny lying on the side. His leg bone was broken so he could not stand up. Now looking at him, Susie says that this is the time, you go and cut his throat. So first she is afraid, but later she reminds him of Laura's words. Then she slowly crawls closer to him and Gina was covering him from behind. But as soon as she gets close to him, Johnny wakes up and starts calling Maxie. Now here Susie has to kill him as soon as possible. But then he holds his hand. Now Gina comes to help him in trouble. But then Maxie also comes there, who was constantly shooting at them. But he was just shooting to scare them, because if he shoots at the target, Johnny can also get shot. Now friends, Gina runs away from there, but Susie does not run away. She will kill Johnny and take the lead. And without fear, she picks him up and blows his head off, which kills him there. But now her friend Gina's life was in danger. Here we see Gina, who had reached the edge of a mountain while running. Maxie had also reached there while looking for him. Now he was about to shoot at him, but then Susie reaches there and attacks him, so that his last bullet was also finished. But friends, this man is possessed by a ghost. He was not one of those who gave up. Now he stands up on both sides of them and threatens to kill them, because he has killed his best two friends. So now he will kill them too, but Susie and Gina are not among those who give up. They attack him, in which Gina goes and bumps into a stone and faints for a while. Maxie takes advantage of this and starts attacking Susie. Now he will kill him first, and then a stick pierces his stomach, which hurts him a lot. He didn't want to stop here. He wanted to kill him completely. But then Gina cuts Maxie's throat from behind, which causes his painful death. Here he took revenge on his friend Laura, after which they both look for their belongings and first call 911 and call a boat, which leaves them back where they came from. So friends, even though there was a Marine officer in front of them, they didn't have the courage. And that's why he's alive today. Now these three friends went to this island laughing, but on the way, one has a wound in his stomach and one's mouth is completely ruined. And the one who was with them, Lee, she is dead.